This is without a doubt one of the nicest captain chairs I've sat in quite a long time. The genuine Napa leather really feels great on the body. I love it. Hey YouTube, you're watching AI Addict, and today I'm in San Jose, California at Nio's headquarters, where I'm fortunate enough to have an EC6 behind me, as well as an ES6. Now, if you do want to see content related to this EC6, make sure you are subscribed because we will be showing this content on a later date. But today, come over here with me, we're going to be looking at this beautiful ES6. Now, if you're unfamiliar with these cars, this is the NT1 platform version of it, where they have the NT1 and the NT2. Difference is that this is the original, and they just re-released a second edition in China, and on June 17th they're happy to announce that they're going to be bringing this second edition to Europe. Now, what separates the two is that this does not have LiDAR rhino horns up here on the roof that you will see on the NT2 version. Additionally, this is only 70 kilowatt hour battery pack, whereas the next edition will have a 100 kilowatt battery pack. This one can only do 260 miles, whereas the NT2 version will be able to do 380 miles. ES6 is quite a beautiful, elegant car. One of my favorite features are these flush door handles that self-present themselves, similar to a Tesla. And it takes just the easiest amount of force, one finger to open it, and you get access to your 5 seats that you expect in an SUV this size. Now, if you follow me over here to the back, you'll see that the trunk also has the same amount of space that you would expect, with lots of room, lots of cargo space. And then when you open this up, you will see that there is additional room like similar EVs, but not as much as others. Now, additionally though, they do have another flap that gets you access to your emergency tools, as well as another flap that lets you see your subwoofer. You also have a privacy screen, if that's something you're interested in. And now that we've seen the exterior and the trunk, let's go in the interior and see what that's all about, shall we? I have to say it is quite comfortable and there is good spacious leg room. I am 5'11", and this feels similar to a Volvo XC40 in the back seat, but you can immediately tell the quality of materials used is a lot higher. This is genuine Napa leather, as well as a microfiber Alcantara roof liner, which I do think is quite exquisite. Additionally, there is a sunroof that is Panamera with a shade that I'm very much enjoying right now. I wish my Tesla had something like that. Back here, we do have a armrest we can pull down with some storage area, little tiny storage area, and 2 cup holders. Additionally, we do have 2 USB ports down here and fans for the rear occupancies. The ES6 NT2 version will have USB ports and other upgraded amenities back here. You have to remind that this is a 3 to 4 year old car. Now with that, let's get to the front seat and see what the cockpit's all about. So before we get in the driver's seat of the Nio ES6, I do have to show you an incredible feature that most vehicles don't have, especially in this class range, which is the passenger princess mode. That's what I call it. But it's considered the queen seat is what Nio calls it. You can bring this little leg rest down, this footrest I should say, and then I can bring this leg rest up. And this leg rest allows me to extend my legs out, and I can move the seat back, and now I immediately have quite literally a queen's seat, which feels like a bed. And if that's not enough, I can put the back down, and then I can make it quite literally almost a full-size bed. And I love it. I could easily see myself driving the i5 like this, and it would be unbelievably comfortable. I love it, and it very easily goes right back to how you want it. So these are the amenities of just the passenger side. So with that, let's see what amenities the driver's seat has, shall we? I have to say, this is without a doubt one of the nicest captain chairs I've sat in quite a long time. The genuine Napa leather really feels great on the body. The materials used are top notch, especially here in the steering wheel and all across the dash. Not once while looking through this vehicle do I feel like they cut costs for materials. I'm sure there is plastic here, but nothing looks or feels that way. You have these very nice textiles, leathers, and I love it. Additionally, right here in the center display, we do have a wireless charger that any other EV should have, which we do know and love. Additionally, we have a touchscreen display with all your normal comforts, as well as Nomi. We absolutely love Nomi. If you want to see a walkthrough and introduction to Nomi, we will have a separate video of that. So if you want to see that, make sure you are subscribed. But we do have a short demo of it in our Nio ET7 video on our channel, so make sure you check that out as well. We have a heads-up display in front of us that is displaying miles per hour, and it can also do some map data, I believe. And again, I cannot stop talking about this beautiful material. So you have a gear shifter that's integrated into the dash that allows you to go forward for reverse, brings up cameras and everything, allows you to go back for drive, and I can just easily push my thumb in for park. As well as down here, we have a bunch of storage space down below that just goes right through. With that, I'm gonna stop boring you and let's go for a drive, shall we? This feels really nice. It's a good vehicle. It definitely feels smooth. It feels like any other EV kind of would. It has that regen similar to a Tesla, similar to a Rivian. It has that instantaneous torque and instantaneous power. It isn't a power horse in terms of acceleration. It's definitely not any of those 0 to 60 in 3 seconds or anything. I think the actual figure is somewhere around 4.7, 4.9. That's still quicker than your average car. I'm in eco mode. Oh shit. Yep, that is not eco mode. Now it feels so much quicker. Man, I didn't even realize that. This is an SUV, so with 4.7 on another car, like I said, it might feel quick, but because you're higher off the ground, it feels faster, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah. Your perception of speed is directly affected by how high you are off the ground. So in something like this, the acceleration feels very different than it does accelerating in a sports car. And one thing I noticed on all the first things you were saying about it in comfort mode, I took that to mean that it's going to feel very familiar to any buyer who's coming from another EV, a competitive EV, and they want to get into a Nio. In eco mode or comfort mode, the car's going to feel very familiar to you and drive just like maybe some other EVs that you've driven in the past.
Agreed. I feel like it was very familiar. It did feel kind of like a RAV4. Anyone who comes from a normal vehicle would feel very comfortable in that eco mode. Once we put it in that sport mode, it definitely did pick up and it felt much more like a sports car, and it shouldn't feel that fast, especially given the size and the weight and everything, and I'm honestly shocked. I'm gonna give it one more go here because this is just too fun. There we go. Holy that's 0 to 60 and in a turn. Felt great. Vivek, yeah, what do you think about the acceleration of this vehicle?
I mean, I think it feels really quick. I wouldn't think that any average consumer would need a car faster than this.
No.
For sure.
Yeah.
It feels quick. It'll definitely put you in the back of the seat. And it's a nice, like, comfortable family small SUV. I mean, there's so many good things you can say about it. Interior's great. The comfort is great. It drives, seemingly, at least from the back seat, it seems like it drives really well.
It drives beautiful. It's so comfortable. I'm not getting any torque steers or anything. It really feels elegant. I did just recently buy a 2023 Chevy Bolt. I mean, they're very much in different price categories, but this definitely feels way nicer and smoother, even though it's 3 to 4 years older. That on its own, I think, should be pretty impressive. But yeah, overall, if you are at home and this is a vehicle that you're considering, just remember that the NT2 platform did just come out in China, which is loads ahead of this platform because it's the NT1 platform. But also, if you're in any of those European regions, June 17th, big announcement, ES6 on the NT2 platform is going to be unveiled, and you guys can get this for yourself in the Euro market. And I would rush to your closest Nio house if I could, just to test drive one and see one of these, because again, I'm on the 3 to 4 year old model. I could not imagine what the NT2 will be like, and I'm already impressed even on this older one.
I think the fact that this is a 3-4 year old platform
Yep.
just goes to show how far ahead Nio is in terms of all the rest of the game. Because you could go in a brand new BMW electric car, a brand new Tesla, a brand new Chevy, you name it, and it feels similar to this. It doesn't feel significantly more advanced than this car does.
And yet there's the ET5 and ET7, and if you haven't seen our ET7 video, make sure you go see it, because that is an NT2 platform vehicle. You'll find other vehicles that might be similar to this one, but you won't find anything like the NT2 platform. That is next generation compared to what we have here. You have to see it for yourself to believe it. We hope you enjoyed today's video where we reviewed the ES6. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on our future content, which we will be reviewing the EC6, which is a hatchback version of the ES6, which is the SUV. We also will have the ET5, which is an NT2 platform vehicle coming out soon, so you do not want to miss that vehicle. I mean, it's incredible, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Be on the lookout for the NT2 version of the ES6, which debuts in Europe June 17th. And with that, we hope you enjoyed it and have a good rest of your day. See you next time. Goodbye.